What's good, beautiful people? It is Shani, your little big sis here, and I'm glad that we've made it to another Friday. Thank God for that. And here we are again on Always Keep the Faith Fridays, where I try to give an encouraging word, something motivated to get us from the week we just came from going into the weekend. So today I want to share something that I love. Now, I'm gonna get this straight. I love Jesus. Yes, I do. I have from a very young age. However, I was also born in New York to Jamaican parents, raised in St. Petersburg, Florida, then came to Orlando, but I never let go of my New York roots, and I love hip hop. Yes, I said it. I love Jesus and I love hip hop. I believe that they can coexist, okay? I do. But I'm saying all of that to say that I grew up in what I believe is one of the best eras of hip hop, when there was the East Coast, West Coast beef. And I remember having conversations with people at the lunch table about whether Biggie was better than Tupac, all the things. Unfortunately, obviously, both of those young men lost their lives at young ages. They were so brilliant in their own right in ways that people probably will never understand. And if you listen to some of their music, yes, I know you might have to edit your ears from a couple of things, but if you listen to some of their music, you can definitely hear some gems. Now, being from New York, even though I have love for Tupac, Notorious B.I.G. was and still is one of my favorite MCs of all time. I believe he was so lyrical, but he was just fly and unassuming. And one of my favorite songs by him was actually on the turnaround, when I believe he was just kind of turning the tables and hoping to maybe kind of make his life a little bit more positive. I believe he made this song after Tupac had already passed away, and I think he just saw that he needed to maybe move away from just kind of the grimier aspects of what can happen in the industry. And this song is Sky's the Limit, which he features 112. Now, for those of you that may be semi-old heads, because I don't want to call myself old head, because I don't believe that's the case, but at least who know and love music from the era, you've heard of the song. But for those of you that haven't, I actually just want to play the chorus of it on my phone for you real quick, just so you can hear it. Here we go. All right, sorry, I just had to play that. It just took me back. I'm gonna have to play the whole thing through when this is all over. But if you haven't checked out that song, make sure you check it out. The video that he put at that time is crazy. You'd love it. Super creative. I miss music videos, at least being something that you look forward to on a regular basis. I know people still make them, but not as many television stations play them. But that's not what we're talking about right now. So I digress on that. I come back to what I was talking about. But I love the message in that song about the sky being the limit. And you can have what you want, be what you want. I know that sounds so cliche. So many people talk about the sky being the limit, about there being no ceiling, about you being able to work hard and push hard and be who you want to be. And I know that sometimes it doesn't always seem like it, because obstacles come. It's not like the sky's the limit and you can just free for all into it. You gotta work hard. Sometimes you gotta face some tough things that happen in life. But I do love the optimism of the song. And if you know anything about him and his life, he went through a lot. He had a lot of obstacles, but somehow he was still able to make it. And he also didn't always make the best choices either. But even in the midst of all that, he was able to make it to a level of success that some people never saw. And at the age of either 26 or 27, when he passed away, he had achieved so much, to a point that years and years later, since he's passed away, people still know who he is. They're still talking about him. He's still labeled as one of the best, and made such a huge impact at such a young age. And I really believe that's something that people can take away. And before people come get me, don't at me. I'm not saying that Notorious B.I.G. is the example of all examples, but I believe that everyone in life has something that they can share, no matter what they've been through in life. Even when they've made hard choices, or even when they made wrong choices, that they can pick themselves up and learn something from that. So I really believe that the sky can be the limit, that you really can have what you want, that you really can be what you want. But I think you also have to put that into perspective and really understand what that means. I think a lot of times people believe that having what you want means all of the material things. But what about peace? What about joy? I don't know if anything tops peace of mind. What about health? You know, you can have all the money in the world and lose your health, and none of that even really matters. So I just wanted to make sure that I kind of brought that forth. And if you all are not familiar with Notorious B.I.G., I believe in this month of March, there's actually a documentary that Diddy did about him that is on, I think it's Netflix. I probably should have looked at that information ahead of time. That just talks about even more of his life and kind of some behind the scenes things. So it might be a cool thing to check out just to learn a little bit more. I'm not promoting anything because Netflix ain't giving me no check. Bad Boy, Diddy, none of them are giving me any checks. But I love documentaries, so I figured that would be one that I would share. So what's this week's faith fact? I would say the faith fact is there's no ceiling, there's no top, there's no cap. No matter what it is that you want to do, the sky really is the limit. You can have what you want and be what you want. However, you got to work hard for it. I know right now in this age in life where it seems like there's so much instant gratification and people can, what seems like, blow up overnight or go viral and become famous or become super popular quickly. At the end of the day, those who really make it and have longevity in this life, whether it be someone who is a celebrity or even someone that's just working day to day in a company, or even someone who's just a leader over their family, it takes time and it takes hard work and dedication. But you really can have what you want and be what you want, and the sky really can be the limit. However, that sky can look different for everybody, and that's something that you have to determine for yourself. But I really do think that Biggie was on to something, that if you really push, you believe, and you turn into the right direction of where you need to go, that you can make it to wherever it is that you need to be. Well, I hope something that I've said, and I say this all the time, because I know that I can kind of get off topic from time to time, just a little bit. I know myself. The gift of gab sometimes does that. But I do hope that you did find something in here that stuck with you, that was a gem. If nothing else, hopefully I put you on to a cool documentary that you can check it out. And as always, be blessed, be encouraged, and always keep the faith and let the Lord fight your battles. Until next time, people. Peace.
Want to get a dose of motivation every Friday? Well, hit that notification button to subscribe so you never miss out. And feel free to share the encouragement with a friend. Don't forget, follow me on Instagram at ShaniSpeaksNow and keep the good vibes going week long. Thanks so much for watching and see you next Friday.